you want to watch this video, and it's made up of all the videos that's on this website that I recorded live, and they took the parts from that video and made this video. The company did. So watch this video. Enjoy. Have a nice day. You want to go to StephenStafford.com. www.StephenStafford.com. That's www.StephenStafford.com.
Hey everybody, I was given an interesting task tonight. We have a really special webcast for you where you guys are going to learn some stuff. We're going to have some fun. Right now though, I have to make a confession. We're running a little bit behind. The gentleman who's going to be hosting the webcast, internet legend, Dave Wood, is actually upstairs, so I'm just killing time right now, but I'm going to go up there. I'm going to take you up to the room. We'll get started and just kind of go up there and follow him up. We have a room full of people here. You guys can't see him right now, but there's an audience watching along with you, so just follow me on up to Dave's room. Let's go figure out what he's doing. He tends to be about 10 minutes late for pretty much everything. So I'm just going to go up here real quick, and I'll go up and talk to you guys about what you guys are in store for during this webcast. Dave wanted me to let you know, wherever he's at, that we're going to be showing you guys how to build your own six-figure business tonight. So we got a lot of people here that themselves have done so. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Dave kind of walk you through it. We're going to talk to some people, have some conversations, and basically what we're going to do is just show you guys how to do it inside your own business. So hopefully Dave's awake. Just knock. Dave. All right, I'm just going to go in. You guys think I should just go in? All right, I'm going to go in. Hey, Dave. Dave? You gotta be kidding me. Did you guys tell him we were on now?
Yeah, I told him.
Okay. Let's make sure he's not in here. Oh, God. All right. Got like 2,000 people on. He's lucky I love him. All right, let me just make sure. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 1 second. Okay, all right. Okay, that. I think he's singing the commissions tree. 1 second. Oh my God, he's.
Hey, Mark. Why are you walking into my brother in the shower?
You dogs. All right, you got it.
It's not that kind of water.
Okay. All right. Well, it's official.
Here we go again.
Okay, it's all you. There you go.
Right, hey,
I'll
guys,
give you that.
let's go downstairs.
Awesome.
That was awesome, dude. That was awesome. You guys are here, and I'm going to be laughing for a good 10 minutes. Let's actually walk through the house. We've been wanting to show people how, we can more effectively help them earn six. Actually, let's show them the room here real quick. We're in this mansion. This is a room that I've been sleeping in. A lot of times times when people get started online, they want to be able to live like a really cool lifestyle. This is like where I'm sleeping. We're looking out here. We've got like, I don't even know if this is like a river or what this is, but this mansion is like 6 figures a week. And we've got like just a place full of people that are making 6 and 7 figures. So I'm actually going to introduce you to them. And if you keep watching this video, by the end, I'm going to show you guys how to make more money than you've ever made in your life. This team collectively here has done over $184 million in sales. I've got my back way down there, but I'm going to go down the main stairs. Come check this out. I imagine you've seen a little bit of this walking up. That was a good trick, man. I think that's like, Mars, I think that's like the best way that we've opened a webinar ever, don't you think?
Yeah, well, it depends on your point of view.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Wave in.
Did you know how we started that? Oh, dude, it was hilarious. Like, Mars walked up and the shower was running, and my brother was in there, right? Oh, you got to see you later. What's up, dude? All right, so this is Paul Hutchings, and Paul was actually a result of the very first person I sponsored on the internet, all right?
Yeah.
I've been working with you for 6 years.
Yeah.
How much money have you made in like the last 3 or 4?
About 562,000.
562,000. And before you were making money with me, and before you were doing that, what were you doing before?
Oh, I was trying to make money from home. Joined a network marketing company after network marketing company for about 5 years, struggling. Literally living in a trailer house, a single white trailer house.
You're living in a trailer house.
Yeah, I really was.
A trailer
Yeah,
house.
that's the truth. Yep.
And now this guy here, actually, real quick. Hey, who in here is in Paul Hutchings' team? Yeah. I want to just introduce you guys around here real quick. This is just as one. This is Vitaly. Where are you from?
Israel.
And tell us like your background before this, and also how much you've made here, and how you're doing.
Well, my background is I was studying in university like a student. I was working at low-paying jobs at $6 per hour. Really struggling to support my
You're
kids.
making like $6 an hour.
$6 an hour, like being a bank teller, counting other people's money.
I don't know how you could live off that, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. So anyways, I made some bold decisions to really go, make money from home online on the internet. And I quit the university, I quit the jobs, and I dove in. And in my first 8 months, I made nothing on the internet. It was before Empower Network, right? And then I started making like $1,000, $2,000 a month. And then I joined Paul Hutchings' team and joined Empower Network, and things really changed for me because of the information that I was exposed and what I started learning. So I went all in after like 6 days after I joined, because I immediately recognized that's what I need to break through. And what happened is, the last 7 months, I made over $61,000 now. And
$61,000 in the last 7 months?
Yeah, which was more than I ever made, on the internet. And breaking $10,000 a month, consistently.
That's awesome.
I actually made $10,000 in my second month.
Really?
For joining, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and that's all because of what I learned from you, Dave. You are such an amazing mentor, and I really modeled what you're doing, and just applied the information.
That's cool.
Took massive action.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. I just want to help you make more, and that's what this is really about, guys. Is making money. Real quick, I want to introduce you to Justin Berengi here, real quick. Can I sit down next to you? Is that cool? This is Justin, and you got that commission report open from yesterday. I was asking you about.
This is yesterday.
So I don't know if you could actually zoom in the camera on this, or we could show it, but this is Justin. This is how much he made yesterday. You see their total, $1,668.29. It's divided in 2 sections, right? That's like $45,000 a month over the month. How much have you made actually this month?
Up to 40 grand right now, but it'll be 45 by tomorrow at least.
It'll be about 45,000 by tomorrow. So if you look at that, that's real people getting real results. How much were you making before you got started, before you learned the 6-figure builder strategies we were talking about today?
Ooh, before Empower Network and learning all this stuff, I was struggling in network marketing. My best months were like $3,000, but it took me 2 years, like really putting in full-time effort to build build that residual income of $3,000. Prior to network marketing,
It
I
took
was
you how many years to build $3,000?
like 2 years.
2 years,
and
okay.
2 companies in a row. I built up a residual income like around $2-3,000, and then the companies went out of business, and all that hard work over the years gone.
Yeah.
And then I came across you, an Empower Network, plugged in, and the rest is kind of history. Created phenomenal results, man, as you know.
Hey, can we see your watch and your ring real quick? Just, I want you guys to zoom in on this here real quick. How much is this watch worth?
About $39,000.
Where'd you get that watch?
This is your old watch. You gave it away in an affiliate contest. I got second place, won the watch. The first place person actually won a Tesla. But I think the watch is going to be worth more than the Tesla over time because it doesn't depreciate. So I'm glad I won the watch.
Yeah, it's
So
actually
thank you.
probably a good win. What about the ring? Here, show them this ring here.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about it.
If you look at the date, I joined Empower Network. You can probably see it on that side right there. November 8th of 2011, and we got the $1 Million Earner Ring, my wife and I, on December 25th, 2013, literally on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Yeah,
So
crazy,
on Christmas,
right?
you crossed $1 million in commissions.
What a great Christmas present.
Dude, you are a badass. Congratulations. So that's Justin. This is Michael Martin. Now, he's actually, I want to kind of highlight him for a second because one of the things that we're going to give you guys access to if you take action tonight is some strategies that are going to help you just suck leads out of the internet like an out-of-control vacuum cleaner. And this guy actually, this is the first thing he's ever succeeded in on the internet. He can tell his own story, but he actually trains and is giving away, we're going to be giving you something special. Now, how many people are you sponsoring like on a daily basis right now? Like how many people are you bringing into your business and new customers?
Currently, we're sponsoring anywhere between 15 and 20 people a day.
15 and 20 people a day.
Yep. So I actually started I had a restaurant business that we lost back in 2008 when the economy crashed. And then from there, I tried network marketing for several years and couldn't really make it work. I think the biggest sponsoring month I had was like maybe 2 people, 3 people max.
Really?
And
So 2 or 3 people a month. That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you've ever struggled in a home-based business or something like wandering around hitting people up, that's what you do. You sponsor like 2 or 3 people a month, and it's awful.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
we came to the internet. We found Empower Network, and literally we've been in for about 3 years now, and we just recently crossed $500,000 in commissions
in 3 years, and the majority of that was made in
this
the last
past year.
This past year.
We broke our first 6 figures just about 13 months ago, and from there it just took off, and it was because of the strategies and stuff that we're going to be showing you later. And we got a commission report.
Yeah, well, you got
here.
this. Let me actually check this out.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. If you take a look at this, this is his commission report for today. We actually send these out every day. You see the total he's earned. Can you see this, actually? It's $2,466.14. This is again divided into 2 sections. That's like $2,500 in one day. How much have you made this month total?
This month, we just crossed 30,000.
You just crossed 30,000. Everybody give him a hand. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Awesome.
So I just wanted to...
Thanks, man.
So this is just
Go to Stafford.
Obviously, these are the leaders in our
Well,
organization.
go
We're
to
strategizing
traffic
every weekend,
SM
how we're really
Stafford
gonna take things to the next level,
dot
because this group of people
net.
I mean, we've
If you
put
want
together-
traffic to your website, go to traffic.smstafford.net.
Next person I want to introduce is Alex, just a second, sit on the ledge here. So this is, Lawrence
STAFFORD.net.
why don't you tell us a little bit about your background before you learned these strategies, what you were doing, how much you were making, and then show us the before and after, man.
Yeah, I was just one of those, normal engineers struggling to make some money, right? I was told in high school, you like math? Let's put you in engineering school. And that was what happened, right? And
Like a counselor told you that? You just did
he's
it?
like, you like math? Yeah, I like
Follow
math.
the advice of this broke guy.
Like a 5-minute interview, basically, just directed for 10 years being an engineer. But I was lucky enough to retire from engineering at the age of 33 in 2012, based on the principles you taught me in terms of how to use the internet to make money. I thought that was pretty interesting. So I built my entire business part-time, and there's months that I would make about $3,000 as an engineer, and I almost do that every day now, which is pretty interesting.
You got your commission
Yeah,
report
so
out?
here-
And this
here are
is
my
from,
commissions.
Hold on a second. Okay, check this out. This is today. We send these out every day, right?
Yeah, so this is yesterday.
And this is yesterday. Total earned earn $2,549.21, and that is that's ridiculous, man.
I can't explain
I mean, can you imagine remember when you were at my house in Costa Rica and like you were about to quit?
Yeah.
How much were you trying to make when you were about to quit?
So my goal back then was if I could make $12,000 a month, I would be rich. And that was the idea, right? Because if I made $12,000 a month, I could stay at home, take care of the kids, and do whatever I wanted to do. But now, we're doing more than $12,000 a week.
If you want
$12,000 in a week?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Traffic,
and I work less.
go to showuse.com. It's free to sign up. Showuse.com. SHOWUSE.com.
Hey, that's a pretty bad
Showuse.com.
But check that out, actually, Lawrence's ring, too. This has 250 diamonds in it. It's made of platinum, and we buy these for people when they've made over $1 million in commissions. And so Lawrence has got one. Alex has got one, too. Tell us a little bit about your story, man.
Well, when I came into Empower, one of the mentors, I would say, was actually Lawrence Tam, and he was the first one to get that ring with 250 diamonds, and I was like, well, I can do it as well. He's an engineer, I'm an engineer, and I want to quit my full-time job, and I really want to go full-time. And for me, the goal was $12,000 a month. And we actually had a call on Skype for like 5 or 10 minutes after Atlanta event.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and that gave me that breakthrough that I can do it as well. And next 60 days, I was able to cross that mark that I set for myself, $12,000 a month, and we actually made a little bit over $15,000 a month. Then the next event we did $30,000 a month.
Really?
Double that by Austin, Texas. And actually, Michael Martin, that was his first event, and he had a breakthrough. So
you sponsored Michael Martin.
Correct.
Right.
That was his first event in Austin, Texas.
And so how much have you earned now?
1.1 million.
1.1 million, and then how much have you earned so far, Mike?
Over $520,000.
About $520,000, right? So if you guys look at this, I mean, this house is just full of people who are making money, and I ain't done yet because wouldn't you want to know how to do what they do? This is the thing, I think, guys, that when we're building our businesses and going out there on the internet, I think a lot of times people think there's some sort of like mysterious key, or something like that, but it really is just learning a few simple things. But you need to make
this opportunity out for only $1. Go to StephenStafford.net. That's StephenStafford.net.
Smart. It was because he wasn't exposed to the right strategies. Even if you're a smart business person, you need to have the information, you need to have the tools, you need to have the training in order to be able to get the results that you want. Lawrence Tam wasn't successful at this. That's Justin Varengi wasn't successful at this either. He wasn't successful at this either. Vitali, right? Neither was Mike Hobbs over there. So I'm going to introduce you some people, but let me come and show you something here real quick and show you actually what you need to be able to make a lot of money online. And so I'm going to draw something out of the whiteboard, and then I'm going to go around the house introducing you to people, and then I'm actually going to give you access to something. And if you take action, literally today, you got to take action on this. And if you don't, you're just going to miss out. I'm going to get you access to information for a price you are not going to be able to ever get again. I'm actually going to give you some things that you're never going to be able to get again. And this is the information that you need in order to create a 6- and 7-figure income. So this is basically how to construct a 6-figure and then a 7-figure income from scratch. It works like this. This is a really simple model, but I want to explain it to you so it makes a lot of sense, right? Internet systems are built on funnels, right? And funnels operate by generating traffic into first a lead capture page. Like the person who invited you here, they probably send you an email. You may have actually clicked directly from Facebook and not gone to a lead capture page, but if you don't know what that is, it's just basically a page where it gets you to put your email in exchange for giving you some information. Then what we do in a sales funnel is we have some sort of offer that we sell people on the front end usually. So it could be something for low priced, it could be something for $1,000 or $2,000, right? It's just basically an offer to get somebody's feet wet and get them trusting the purchasing process with you, right? To get somebody something that gives them value in exchange for money so they become a customer, right? And then you have different upsells in your funnel, right? And as your funnel expands, you actually have higher priced upsells that move through it, and as people purchase more of the upsells, you end up making more money. And so the key to making 7 figures is actually pretty simple. And I've taught this to people for years. It's basically you have to generate enough traffic into a page that converts well enough to generate somewhere between 30 and 100 leads a day. And then you have to have enough leads in order to get, 1 to 3 sales a day. Right? And if you've got a good offer that has good continuity and good residual income on the back end, and you understand 2 principles, okay, and that's how to recruit people, how to sell things, and how to build teams, if you understand those 2 things, and those 2 things only, right, you can take this model and you can make $1 million like Alex said. It's actually not very complicated. See, the thing that people get mixed
I will
up
help
on
you.
is they create witchery in this.
I will
It's
help
like
you
the
sponsor
secret, right? I'm gonna sit there and
and sell
story driving up to
the
my
Empire
house and sit
Network
there, and that's the
products.
secret to getting rich on
Go
the
to
internet. That's really simple. You gotta have a
weinthemoney.com.
funnel, right? But if you don't have a funnel, this is the problem that people run into, is if you look across this room even, we got a lot of great
.com.
marketers in here, people that have made 6 figures, 7 figures, multiple 7 figures in different things. We've done hundreds of millions of dollars in sales together. But the reality is that when you're getting started in your business, you don't know how to do all these things, nor do you have time to do it. And so most of the things that you learn on the internet, they teach how to build a funnel. But the reality is that if you had time to do that, you still don't know how because it takes a lot of skill. And so what if you could have an entire business in a box where basically you could just get started, you could learn how to drive the traffic piece. We taught you how to drive the traffic piece to it, and you could literally just plug yourself into that system, do what we teach, and you could create the income that you want coming out the other side. That's actually what we're going to show you today. Before I do that, I actually want to introduce you to some more people and also give you some of the keys that help them break through in their business. So let's come around the house. And so we've got Mike Cobbs here, right? Why don't you tell a little bit about your story? And
I'm actually a military vet. I was in the military for 12 years and literally struggling to pay for my bills. I would go on deployments, missing my family over and over and over. And when I got into this industry, I was like, this is going to save me. This is going to free me from the military. And what ended up happening is that I didn't know how to recruit. I didn't know how to sponsor. I didn't know how to build a team. And I got to the point where I was struggling recruiting, and the highest number I've ever done was 30 people in a single company. And that was with 14 different companies. And the most I've ever recruited was 30. And then I got into the Empower Network and the Six Figure Builder Club and literally learned how to sponsor, learned how to build a team, and I was able to sponsor over 1,800 people in my team. And we've built a huge duplicating team. Like we literally have at least, probably about 10.
Go to traffic.
Just in the downline.
smstafford.net.
It's really, really exciting.
That's traffic. TRAFFIC.smstafford.net.
Is around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So this is a lot better retirement plan.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. So cool. Guys, let's keep coming around. I actually want to introduce you to some of the ladies here as we come on through. So this is Sarita. How you doing, Sarita? And she's actually from Australia. Sarita, if you could tell a little bit about your story, because I think that you'd never been in anything like this before.
I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 little ones, never worked in the industry, and within 2 years I've made over $200,000 US. So I'm pretty stoked about it.
And you're doing this to spend more time with your kids.
Yes, and I'm doing it part-time and just to be home with my babies. So.
Everybody give her a hand. Give her a hand. You're awesome. So guys, we've got people from all walks of life. I'm going to kind of continue out here, then continue back. And the thing that I want everybody here to understand, hey, real quick, everybody in here, and you could just shout out some numbers, and it'll probably pick up in the microphone. Hey, Alex, how much have you spent on your internet education altogether over the years in order to learn how to produce the kind of income that you've produced? Just kind of shout it out.
Prior to Empower?
Yeah, prior, including everything. For the information that people are going to be learning in the Six Figure Builder Club.
At least $25,000.
At least $25,000. How much have you spent, Melissa, Kevin, over the years?
Probably about the same, maybe a little bit more. We've been around for a while.
Well, you guys were in some high tech.
$40,000.
$30,000 or $40,000. Justin, how much you spent on your internet education, man, altogether, for the stuff they're going to learn?
I was to guess $30,000 for internet training.
$30,000 for internet training, right, Mike? How much did you were in debt, right, before you got in this thing?
About $100,000.
$100,000. Darren Little, how much did you spend? 30 grand, right? But this is like comparative because people, you know, and I know this is kind of like a little bit of a different live cast. I don't know where the camera is. Oh, there. How's it going? But the reality is, no, people go on the internet and there's actors in videos and shit. You know what I mean? I remember I was clicking on this video and I was like, I keep seeing this guy in like these random offers. It's this same guy. He must have a lot of businesses. And then I actually like scrolled down, right? And it had a disclaimer there that said, the people in this video are actors and not real. They're just used to portray what the opportunity could potentially be. And I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? I'm sorry, you know what I mean? But these are real people getting real results. And you guys have spent money on stuff that hasn't worked before, right? Before you found Empower. Mike Hobbs is in debt, right? And so it goes to those keys, right? Learning how to generate high quality traffic, high quality leads, right? To an offer that converts, and learning how to move people through a funnel, right, that creates upsells and more income. Because you might be here for a lot of reasons. Look, I got started in home business in 2002. Let's keep moving. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Tracy.
Hey there.
Hey, real quick, come chill out here if you can. I know you've got your son with you, and I know he likes to run around and stuff. So this is Tracy Walker, and how much money have you earned with us, Tracy?
Right about $1.4 million.
$1.4 million, and you're a single mom, right?
Yeah, single mom.
Yeah, you got to be really cool to change that. She posted that on her Facebook wall.
That's right.
And so this is her son. Hello.
Say hello.
So you've earned 1.2, 1.4.
Close to 1.4.
Hello. Hello.
Oh Lord.
I almost don't want to distract that at all. Just have him keep going. All right. So in any case, before you got started in Power, what were you struggling with, and then what happened after you?
Well, before I got started with Empower, my biggest struggle was making anything over $10,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I was online already, and I was working other systems and things like that, but I could never seem to cross over 10,000, and that meant that my team members could never really break 5. So that was an issue for me, and I wanted to break through that and help them break through that.
And he's happy to be here.
And he's like so ecstatic.
Do you get to spend a lot of time with your son?
All the time. Oh.
Go to WeinTheMoney.com.
Awesome.
WeinTheMoney.com. Go to WeinTheMoney.com right now.
I can manage my business from my phone, a lot of it. I can take my computer with me. I can do things in the car when he's at gymnastics. I mean, it's really a lifestyle that I'm very proud that he knows this isn't real.
He's smart. He can figure that out, right? He's like, I don't like this one.
No. Yeah. So because of Empower, it's allowed me to automate a lot of the business so that I can manage it even on the run. And you guys can see this is what happens when I'm trying to do videos at home. 4,000 takes, but you know.
So over the years, how much have you spent on your internet education just to learn the things that you've learned? Like, just be real with people.
I mean, I've spent like $12,000 on one course before.
One course.
On one course. Empower, you know, we're talking about upwards of 5, right? That's just that. So easily $50,000.
Easily $50,000.
Yeah, I've been online for about 8 years, so easily
$50,000.
Yeah.
Right. And so you've spent 5 here, and this is what's getting you the results.
Correct.
Right. Okay, and so I just wanted to point that out. Do you have your $1 million ring on you? You might not have it. Okay, check this out. Just look at it. Okay, $1 million in commissions. How long did it take you? About 2 years?
Yep, 27 months.
27 months. Give her a hand, folks. Come on. So we've got over here, this gentleman's from Portugal, right? Hi there. How's it going?
Oh, everything is okay, eh?
Hey, you want to take the microphone? This is Nuno. He's one of our diamond reps. So you've been earning about $30,000 a month.
Yes.
Right.
Last 2 months.
And what did you do before you started this? And then kind of, you know, how long have you been in and how much money have you made?
I'm an entrepreneur. I have companies to manage, and I never have contact with this industry, you know.
Yeah.
So the first time is with Empower Network, and it's amazing. Explode my mind and changed completely the results of my companies too. So that's very important. It's not only the internet marketing for the people building the teams, but is to help the companies, the enterprises, double, triple the income from their products and their service. That's all. We have lots of value. Very important to give to the social the companies that we have working with the traditional products and so on. We can help them to sell their products and their service very easy, you know. So it's very important to us, everything that we learn with you and all the leadership.
Awesome, dude. Well, I appreciate having you on board, man. I want to go to Portugal here in the next little bit with you.
Amazing,
guys.
amazing.
That cool? All right. So I don't actually know who's back here too. So I'm gonna just kind of like run through the house here. Looks like the ladies are having a chat. How you doing? We'll leave you alone. We just wanted to say hello. All right. Good to see you. Some $1 million ladies there. So we're gonna come back in, and this is actually Darren. And Darren, I worked with him for like 6 years, okay, or something like that, or 5 years. When did we start working together? Was it 2009, 2010?
2011.
Was it 2011? Earlier on?
Beginning of the year.
In the beginning of the year,
and
for sure. Just tell me about your background and kind of the before and after you learned these strategies, man.
Oh man, before becoming a part of your community, here, let me turn around.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Before kind of being around you, I was an insurance marketer. So I basically helped guys sell more life insurance. And it was a traditional corporate job where I got up at 5:15 in the morning, I commuted, and I was just kind of grinding it out for a decent living, but I had zero life whatsoever. I gained weight. I was depressed, and I had a ton of regrets about where I was going with my life because I knew I was meant for more. And then I started seeing different ways, I guess, to make money without having to get up and do the traditional 9 to 5 work. And I've always thought differently than most people, so people think I'm kind of nuts to look at these opportunities, but I actually believe that they're possible. So I literally kept trying and kept following the people that I knew were having success, and you were one of them. I actually saw a video of you in Costa Rica.
Yeah, when I moved there.
Yeah, and you were younger than me, having success, and I thought, if this idiot can do it, I can.
People often say that,
Of course.
For free ad copy, go to coffee, the number 1, the number 2, drink.com. That's COFFEE, the number 12,
and I spent a ton of money.
drink, DRINK.com. You get free ad copy there for lots and lots of projects.
Those 3 things.
So check it out.
You can get started, you can make a little bit of money, but then anyone that you introduced and made some sort of great promise to that you can actually do this, it was almost that they couldn't, because they had to go through that huge learning curve. And what we've done here is we've kind of shortened that learning curve. We've created shortcuts for normal people. So now actually I have someone on my team that I brought in, and he has just started producing results. Right?
Yeah.
He found me on Facebook, he got started, and he went through our training, followed the system.
Yeah.
Right? And didn't question it. He didn't try to make things up on his own. He followed the system and did it. And now he's bringing in, this month he's already brought in over 13 new sales this month. And he has, one of his members has already brought in around 11.
Really?
And I didn't even know this guy existed. He's just somewhere in my organization.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and that's just in 1 month. 11 new people from someone that I've never met just fall. And I don't even think the guy that brought him in has met him.
Right.
Right? Because people can just get started and use systems. So it's actually really cool.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Let's talk for a minute about why this works, okay? Sure. And I want to spend a minute on there, and then what people really need in order to make money. Because I think a lot of times people go around looking for something. They're looking for a shortcut. They're looking for a system. They're looking for something where they can just follow a process because they only have part-time. They have a job, or they have another business like the people you're helping out in Portugal. But they want to capitalize on the internet. All right.
For sure.
And so, first of all, this is the first thing that we kind of came to an understanding with when we started working together, is that when people are starting on the internet, most people who start internet business they're not really technology geniuses. You know what I mean? I got started when I got started on my business, and your traditional businesses in Portugal probably now too. They don't use computers their whole life. They're not PHP coders. They can't put on a website.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I.
I think you just swore at me.
Right. I have lots of coders now and stuff, so I understand it. But the reality is that if you get a traditional business owner and say, hey, go set up your website, they're going to pay some sort of like freelance person $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000, and they're going to get a shitty website. It's not going to be good. It's not going to probably load very well. It's not going to have any sort of features, and they won't even know how to use it, right? And so the reality is that in order to get new people results quickly, in order to get new people started fast, you need something that a new person can just get started in, and you have to teach them one or two things, and if they do those things and learn those strategies, they can start making money immediately,
traffic,
and then they can reinvest.
.smstafford.net. Get the traffic you need now. Increase your sales by 700% overnight.
I'm going to teach you technology.
That's traffic, TRAFFIC dot SMSTAFFORD.net.
An upsell funnel. They're never going to learn it because it's just, they don't have time and they don't have money a lot of the times to put all this stuff together. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And so if you could get that, right, that's what we give people. And so Darren stepped into an environment where all of a sudden you didn't have to keep doing all these things, and you could just.
No, but my personality is that I just felt like doing it anyway because I'm stubborn and I was used to that. But what I can say is that being in an environment where you don't have to do it, you can follow a system, and the way that this environment's set up is that a new person can come in and have a business set up, follow the actual training, which tells you what to do with that business, how to get it exposed to people, and then once you get people interested, how to work with your interested people, and then when you get people that buy, how to actually work with people that buy to help them replicate the process. So the whole platform is set up for a new person to go through that process, not a successful, experienced person to come in and just start, making money. It's for the new person to come in to replicate a system, kind of like a McDonald's franchise, for example. You come in, you have a zit-faced teenagers working the restaurant. The owner is actually has created a system to use, and all you need to do is follow the system. When people get fired is when they stop following the system. And it's the same thing here. When you stop following the system, you don't get fired, you just don't make any money, right? And that's the reality. That's the reality is you don't get fired, you just don't get paid, right? You can stick around as long as you want.
But if they follow the system, they do. And that's the powerful thing, is that if you have everything into a simple process for people to follow, and it actually works, right?
Yeah,
and
the reality is it works.
Yeah, it works.
Right?
That's the thing. Well, obviously with the room, right?
Yeah, this is interesting because there's people here from countries that don't even have the language that we have, using the systems that we are using in another language, and it's so compelling that people are actually buying in another language.
Yeah, right? It is. Actually, Portugal, Portuguese, Spanish markets, right? You work in the Spanish market, don't you? Okay, come here. Let's talk about the Spanish market here a little bit. So you work basically in the Spanish market, and you speak English too. So and we're translating this in multiple languages right now. I believe Spanish, Portuguese, German. Is there any other languages we're translating? Russian. So Spanish, Portuguese, it's ridiculous, all right? So tell us a little bit about your experience, what you did before, and the results that you've gotten here. And then I think we're going to head outside. I think we got some people hanging out by the fire. Oh, sweet.
Well, before I was an architect, and but with the downturn of the economy, I pretty much lost my job and I wasn't able to get back on track. So I kind of had to start all over again. I struggled with internet marketing. I wanted to make it in internet marketing, but I didn't make it. But eventually I found Empower Network, and I realized that this is what I wanted to do, blogging, even though I knew a lot of people that were making a lot of money, but I just kind of got the idea that if I wanted to make that kind of money, I had to do it for long term. But when I started, I mean, it was pretty simple process. I just had to be consistent, and within a few months, I started getting pretty good results, and I've signed up close to 400 people in the company.
Oh wow!
I'm a platinum in
Spanish.
In Spanish,
in Spanish.
I'm a platinum.
Yeah, wow.
In the company, and my best month has been over $20,000, and
incredible.
I just passed my 100K month total. So yeah, it's been pretty rewarding, and I basically started from scratch. nothing to do with this. Architecture is completely different.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Give me a hand. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thanks for being in. It's all about systems. You see a lot of the people here. Can we open this door here, or is that not a door? How do I get outside? Does anybody know?
You can go that way.
Okay, let's come this way. Hello again. So as you guys see, there's a lot of people from different walks of life getting results and making a lot of money, and they didn't have success before. You know what I mean? And it's all because they're following a simple process that anybody can duplicate, right? That if you follow and if you use, you will get results. And so come outside here real quick. This is our swimming pool, and there's a boat here. We're just hanging out. I think some people are hanging out by the fire. And this is what I want everybody to understand, and I think you can hear me. I got to remember that no matter what direction I face, it doesn't matter, is that the education that the people here have invested in prior to Empower Network a lot of times ranges in the tens of thousands of dollars. And really what we want to give you guys today is we want to give you the ability to just get started and grow a business and make money fast by learning the basics that you need to learn and giving you a system that you can use where you can just literally plug people into that system and just start getting immediate results. And so, hey, how's it going?
Hey,
what's up, guys? This is Kevin and Melissa.
You're not going to throw me in the pool, are you?
Well, in the fire. No, we're joking. We were doing fire walking the other day. You guys dig that?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't burn my feet for some reason, but this is Kevin and Melissa Knack. How you doing, Melissa?
Awesome.
And tell us a little bit about your background before you started learning these strategies and how to apply them.
We've worked in the home business arena since 1997. I met Melissa online, actually, and she was actually cool. She was making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month, and I was at home with my parents, living with my parents. So for years, we've actually worked not online, but in the home business arena, up and down, up and down. We never had a residual income. Didn't know how to market online. Didn't know how to do anything what we've learned here in the last 4 years almost. But what happened was that we made enough money to be at home with our kids full time, which was awesome. But we went bankrupt in 2011. We ran out of money. We ran out of. It just all bottomed out really quickly. When you don't have residual income, you're as good as your last paycheck.
That's what happens when there's not sustainable, and you can't track and measure and do all the things that we've learned through all of these systems here. Is that your income goes in crazy spurts, and what happened for us is it just bottomed out. We skid our face on the pavement and ended up in bankruptcy, and we had resigned really from the industry. No, nothing's going to work until I saw David on a video, and I said, this is really different. This is somebody who's experienced a lot of the ups and downs just like we have, and said, I want to create something for marketers that is not going to do that to them, and I've already experienced that pain, so I know what to do to put them in the best position to be able to create something sustainable, and that's what we've created here. And our first month, we're getting a little hot by fire.
It's very
on fire.
Walk on fire. Don't worry about it. You become immune.
We really were in a really low place. I mean, heck, after you claim bankruptcy, you have $0, and it was rough to fail in front of our kids, and we were really low. And to be able to turn around and create an income here really fast. I mean, we had $4,000 our first full month in the business, and we hit $100,000 6 months, and see our income disclosure. And we were at $250,000 in our first year. We hit $500,000 our second year. We're over $700,000 now, and it's allowed us to create a sustainable way of supporting our family and just doing what we love to do. We have our son is in virtual school. Our daughter graduated from virtual school, so we've been able to be the primary influence in our kids' lives, which is huge. It's beyond. It's kind of like making the money has allowed us to do the things that money can't buy.
Yeah.
And that's been the really cool thing about being in this atmosphere. And then there are so many other things, like the relationships that we create with all the people that we get to work with and travel with, and then our teams, getting to pay that forward to our teams and getting to see them succeed. It's huge. It is a beautiful thing, and it is a beautiful way to live your life. and we're just so happy. And I just realized I've like totally talked it the whole time.
That's okay. The only thing I wanted to say, Dave, is just thank you for creating a space where we can grow. Not only us, but we've been in this industry a long time. But people on our team, we have multiple six-figure earners, and we never had that before. So, you know, the education the education.
How much money have you made here now?
We're over $700,000.
Right.
We have several multiple six-figure earners on our team. Not typical results, but we never had any of that before. So it's great to have, and we have a lot of people who are starting to come up the ranks. You know, like one person. They're popping like popcorn. It's just amazing.
So guys, here's what I want to do actually, is I want to go inside and actually show you what you're going to get and what we're going to offer, and then we're going to come back out. I'm going to introduce you to everybody along the way and just talk about the orders. Real quick though, before I do, hey guys, if you were going to put a value on just what you've learned and experienced this weekend here, what would you put on that for a value?
Just this weekend.
Yeah, just this weekend.
At least $5,000.
$5,000. If like what would you value this weekend at? Just this weekend, and we'll come back and talk to you in a second.
$10,000.
$10,000. What would you?
10
what would
more.
you?
Yeah, 10, 15,000.
10 or 15,000. What would you
Well, I
value?
would say it's $1 million, but it's priceless.
Yeah, it's priceless. I mean, we've been breaking down. I mean, this is a leadership. This is leadership. So we've been breaking down our whole business model. How we've done $184 million in sales. It's stuff that nobody can teach because actually, truthfully, do you guys know anybody else on the internet that's done $184 million in sales?
No.
Now people are bragging like I've done $2 million, and that's good. It's good to get results like that. But we've done 184. What would you put a value on, Rob?
Well, I know Kim and I paid almost $30,000 for a weekend seminar that we didn't have one breakthrough, and we've had multiple breakthroughs on this one.
Many.
So many. I mean, there you go. We paid $30,000 for something that didn't even come close to this.
Yeah. So I'll be back out in a minute. I want to talk to you guys and your monkey. But let's go inside because you guys have been watching, and I want to show you how you can actually get access to this system. So if you guys just follow us inside, I'm going to introduce you to everybody after that. But real quick here, let's break it down. Hey, everybody, how you doing? They're still on with us. They've been following us around. So we were talking earlier about this is basically how to make money on the internet. It's actually a really simple model if you keep it simple and you don't complicate it, right? You just basically need to find high quality traffic. You need to be able to create leads with a high converting offer to capture, email addresses and information so you can continue to communicate with prospects. You need an offer that converts to bring people in. You need a way to make back-end money where you can create upsells, and then you need to learn the critical skills of growing a business, right? Being able to recruit people, being able to sell products, being able to build a team. And the reality is that if you can do those things, you can make money. It's not as complicated as being like a doctor or something. We have doctors at Empower, they'll tell you, right? It's not as complicated as being a lawyer. It's not as complicated as getting a bachelor's degree in school. There's a simple things that you need to learn and an educational process that you need to follow, all right? So what we have is we have a couple of things. Number one, we have a marketing system that's proven to create sales, right? We've done $184 million in sales. Nobody's done anything like that. Our system works. We have a traffic system that's proven to create traffic, right? And then we have the training that you need in order to get a result in your business. And so here's what you're going to get if you make a decision. And I want to just, I'm going to map this out for you. Then I'll ask the room how much this costs them, all right? And then we'll tell you what you can get it for right now. So I want you to pay attention, all right? And get ready because I'm going to offer you something and it's not going to be available for very long. And if you don't take me up on it, it's going to disappear. And I want you to understand that I wanted to create a special deal for you because this year, guys, I say we create more six-figure earners than we ever created in a year. What do you guys say? Yeah, all right, so let's do it. All right, so this is basically it. We have a content platform that we've spent a lot of money developing over the years that's $97 a month. It's called Kalatu, okay? And we're going to give you that. It's not just a content system. What we do is we actually split test traffic across our whole network, and we constantly update that and increase the conversions as we go by to help you create a content platform that actually gets leads and sales. We have a mentoring membership where we have 6- and 7-figure earners doing training and coaching to where you can actually tap into that coaching. We've actually on this product alone done like $40 million in sales. It's a $100 a month membership, okay, at regular full price. We've also got an affiliate fee. Okay, it's $19.95 a month, and this is, I mean, guys, we've had hundreds of thousands of affiliates join Empower Network. You guys have all paid that, right? $19.95 a month, okay? there's a product, and this goes into core training, okay, along with the system when you get started. We like to get you started right. I realize that you guys on the internet, you may have never made money online before. Maybe you've been in one thing and then you jump to another and then you jump to another, and you're always searching for something. But the reality is you get into something and it's like you never get trained and oriented and really understand what your business is in a clear way so you can be able to market it and sell it. And we want you to be trained in a way that's going to be able to help you produce results. And so we put together a fast start process that when you get started, we're actually going to walk you through exactly how to get started in your business, start getting traffic, start getting sales, and start getting upsells and actually get into profit. Because I realize something. You're probably part-time. You probably don't have all day and night, to sit there and just, go through constant, never-ending webinars and trainings, right? You got to get a result fast from something simple that works if you learn how to use it, okay? And so we have a fast start training, and that's actually going to be thrown in, all right, that we give you because we want you to get educated and started fast. In addition to that, we have a core product that's really important. It's called the Top Producer Formula. You say, what's the purpose of that product? Well, the purpose of it is to teach you how to sell and create buy-in and how to create upsells on your own. Because we want to help you do that through a system. We want to do it with you and for you, right? Have we helped you guys make a lot of sales through our system? Yeah. So we want to help you do that, but we also want to help you aid in the process and do it in a way where you actually make more money with less time. Because if you could learn these secrets, I've used this to sponsor personally thousands and thousands of people. I'd actually tell you, but I lost count. My first few years on the internet, I sponsored a few thousand, and I sponsor 10 to 15 to 20 people a day. We got another guy there, he sponsors 20 people a day. We introduced you to Justin Morengi too, 10 people a day. We've got affiliate after affiliate after affiliate that brings in such an enormous amount of customers that it stretches the mind of somebody that's done business in a different way. When I first got started in this industry, I couldn't even prospect 25 people in a day if I was doing it all day the way they taught me to prospect. He's sponsoring that many people a day, and we want you to be able to get those results. We teach you how to do that in the Top Producer Formula, because don't you want to get to the top of the company you're in? Now, this product, we've sold this at full price for $500 for a long time, and that is the value of it. We've done tens of millions of dollars in sales on this product alone. It's a core product that's necessary if you really want to be able to build your business. We also have a product, it's called the Team Building Formula. All right, the Team Building Formula is the science of building teams, and here's why you need this information. It's because most people, if you actually just look in the eyes of internet marketers, they work their ass off all day and night and have no life. They got like giant black circles under their eyes because they're hunched over their computer, and they never stop because they're always making new offers. They're always selling the new thing. They've got to sit there literally all day because they're doing it alone, right? Whereas if you can learn the science of building teams, you could learn how to attract smart, intelligent, hardworking people to you, right? They're just like yourself, that you can create leverage through other people's time, effort, energy, and money. And that's the way to create wealth. I want you to understand that look, if you want to learn to sell stuff, selling stuff will create commissions, but building teams creates wealth. Because if you could learn how to motivate, inspire, and uplift a team of people around you, right, then you are really, really, really going to create transformation in your life, transformation in other people's lives, be able to tap into multiple billion-dollar markets, and be able to make money and have a life at the same time, because that's what this is really all about. And that's the Team Building Formula. This is always retailed for a full $1,000. That's the price of the product. And truthfully, I'm almost thinking about increasing the price because I think that information is so valuable. And that's the science of building, maintaining teams. And if you learn this stuff, I'm just telling you, it's going to change your life, and it's going to make your life easier. Okay, so that's number 2, right? Now, these things alone by themselves, okay, if I put a price tag on that, this is not like projected value like you see on the internet, or if you see a vacuum cleaner salesman where they're like, your broom's going to cost $400. It's not made up. We sell these products at full price for this, and people buy them all the time. We've done a lot of sales with this stuff. So just this stuff alone, we're talking about what, $1,697, right? $1,717, I think, is what it is, right? Is that what it is? Right? We got some math people, and that's what it is. It's normally $1,717 full price for this stuff. Now, the truth is, I think that's stealing it, right? Because the people in the room, we've gone around, right, have spent tens of thousands of dollars, on their education, right, for the information that they didn't get these results from, right? Mike Hobbs was in debt, but he didn't have the results. You know what I mean? If you'd gotten in debt and then got results, well, that'd be okay, because it's like college. You know what I'm saying? But he got the debt, but he didn't get the results. And guys, this is how the internet is. And a lot of people, when they sell stuff on the internet, they don't even deliver the product, right? But we want you guys to have an experience, and we want you to be able to produce a result. So even if we sold it to you for full price, it'd be worth it to them, right? Guys, if we just made them buy it for full price, right? So, but here's what I'm going to do, all right? And real quick here, I want you guys to understand that this is going to go away. And if you don't take advantage of this, I'm telling you, when this is on the page, you will lose access to it forever, and you'll just end up paying full price. And we'll welcome you aboard at full price, and that'll be that. It'll be fine, and you'll still want to get in after you do some research. And I'll thank you for the extra commissions. You guys don't mind, do you? You know, if they send you extra money, all right? So here's the thing. We're also going to throw in some other stuff if you take action right now. And I'm just telling you, you need to take action right now. We have a product that we also used to sell for $500 that got removed from the market. It got removed from the market because we just retired it, not because the information isn't good. This is called the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive, right? And that product, we did $30 million in sales before we took it off the marketplace. The reason we retired it is because it contains the background strategies that created this company and did over $100 million in sales, right? The strategies in this product are what I used to launch Empower Network, which has been one of the largest digital education companies in the world, all right, since 2011. Now, if you get this right now, I'm going to throw in this for free. In addition to that, Michael Martin here has done some trainings. These are private group trainings for people that are in what we call the Six Figure Builder Club. So, Michael, can you tell them really quick what you train on and what you teach in these modules that we're going to throw in for them?
Yeah, there's actually myself, my sponsor Alex, and a buddy of ours, John Oakes. We go through and teach how people can get to six figures very fast. And so we teach some paid marketing strategies, conversions, how to get targeted leads, very super targeted leads, and turn them into sales, turn them into commissions. And not only that, we teach you actually how to take those sales and turn them into more money, because we're going to help you increase duplication and get those people plugged into the system and into your team as fast as possible.
So if they use the strategies the way that you teach, how many people would they be able to bring in on kind of an ongoing basis if they just take it and they do it the way you teach it?
They could potentially bring them in like I do.
They could potentially do what you do.
I mean, it's the same strategies that I've used to get to the numbers that we're at today.
And you're a diamond, so you're making over $30,000 a month.
Correct.
How much have you made this month so far?
I think last month we finished at 40, and this month we're a little over 30 at the moment.
Yeah. You'll be over 40 by tomorrow. Yeah. Come on. All right. So in any case, guys, give me a hand, by the way, for throwing that in. So we're going to throw in these are private black book traffic strategies that you're not going to find anywhere else from somebody. Guys, I want you to understand something. Most of the people teaching traffic and teaching stuff like this, they don't actually do it. You know, it's like if I wasn't a doctor and I was teaching brain surgery. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I'm Dave Wood. I make money on the internet. Let me go show you how to do brain surgery, Lawrence. We'll operate on Mike Hobbs. You know, you know what I mean? That's what people do on the internet, right? But this is somebody who's actually producing what he's teaching how to produce. And just that, what would you guys put a value on the training that he's put in the Six Figure Builder Club alone? If you were going to put a value on it. Yeah? $3,000, $4,000, right? $5,000, right? So this alone is valued at $1,000, all right? I think. That's my personal thing. And this is the thing, guys. This is actual stuff that we're going to give you because we want to help you get results. We're going to give you the system that you can market. You don't need to create any sales videos. We're going to give you the templates and the processes that Michael Martin follows. We're going to give you the Fast Start training to orient you into our community and teach you exactly what to do to get your business started. We're going to give you the top producer formula, the science of how I've recruited thousands of people a year. We're going to give you the team building formula. It's a full price product for $1,000. And in addition to that, and guys, I just decided to throw this in, so I don't want to make anybody mad here. So if somebody's watching and you had to get this another way, hey, look, this is what it is, right? What value would you guys put on this weekend? This is a private leadership retreat that we're doing, like just with the leaders here at Empower Network. If you were going to put a value on this, you couldn't even buy your way in. You had to be a leader here, right? What would you say?
$10,000.
$10,000. What would you say for a value on?
15,000.
10 or 15,000. What would you say on the value for this?
8 to 12,000.
8 to 12,000. Do you agree with that? What would you say, Valerie? You've been around me for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. About 10,000.
Well, what would you say? Well, we talked to you already. What did you say?
More though, because I've been to events that provide less value than this that charge $25,000 and more.
25,000 or more. And what would you say, Aaron, for this weekend? Yeah.
Easily 25.
What would you say?
Yeah, easily 15, 20.
Yeah, 15 or 20. So here's what I'm going to do, and this is, hey, look, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to walk around until I get everybody's story in this mansion. And when I'm done, and I don't know how long that's going to take because I can't remember who I talked to and who I missed, they're going to have to raise their hand. When I'm done getting the testimonials, this offer is going to disappear forever, and you're never going to be able to get it again. Ever. You won't be able to email customer service. You won't be able to send me a personal email because that's hard to get a hold of. You're not going to be able to call anybody and get it. Literally, you're going to miss out for good, and you'll have permanently lost your chance forever. But if you do this right now, we're going to throw in all this stuff, and I'm going to throw in the recordings of this weekend, and we are literally breaking down our entire business model that's done over $184 million in sales. We're going to start the clock ticking down, and just raise your hand if I haven't talked to you and get your story yet. You got until the testimonials run out, and then you'll have lost your chance. You're going to get it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Not for $1,717, but you're going to get it, and you've got to take advantage of it right now for $997 only until I'm done walking around getting testimonials, and then you'll have permanently lost your chance, and you're welcome to come in later and pay full price, but you'll never be able to get access to these recordings again. So who did I miss so far? Who haven't I talked to? We'll start with well, Chad, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing amazing, man.
Yeah, you want to just talk to people and tell them about your story, what you did before, and time is running out, by the way, guys. I don't actually know how much time we have left.
So I got into network marketing about 10 years ago. I called thousands and thousands and thousands of leads, and then plugging them into a website. I got completely burned out on that. Then I got drastically, ridiculously hooked on video games. For 2 years of my life, I played World of Warcraft. Terrible, don't do it. It's like worse than crack. Then I pulled myself out of that, and I ended up starting to do sales. I started to do door-to-door sales, selling cable and whatnot, but I would go and do it for a few months, and I'd get completely burned out because your money, you just have to go knock on doors. Your knuckles would be bleeding at the end of the day. And then one day I'm sitting in an office listening to a guy in a sales office making $80,000 a month, running several sales offices, and he was like telling me his lifestyle. He lived in Tampa, but he had to drive to Orlando every day. He said basically he had to work 6 days a week, and the last time he was on vacation was like 10 years ago. And I instantly made a decision that I didn't want that lifestyle. I didn't want to be, because that was the best that I could go. That was the pinnacle of that career was, and I didn't want that lifestyle, and I quit that. I was actually living in, I'm from Michigan, but I was in Orlando. They had me in a house, they had me a rental car, they booted me out of the house. I basically became homeless, and I instantly went on the line, found this business, and sat in a hotel for 2 weeks and just basically just took the strategies that you're going to learn from buying these and just took massive action. I actually brought 10 people into my first 4 days. I ended up making enough where I didn't have to do any other thing for income in my first 6 months, and I've made way over 6 figures online because of the stuff I've learned in these products.
How much did you pay for the top producer and team builder formula?
$1,500.
Okay, so just for that.
Yeah,
right?
just for those, not with all those other ridiculous bonuses. I'm actually, when you said that you're giving it all away for $9.97,
they're stealing.
I was kind of
you're kind of mad.
upset.
Well, we should increase the pricing. Yeah. So all right. So give him a hand, everybody. Give him a hand. Who else? Did we talk to you yet? I can't remember. My brain is going blank here. This is Darren.
Hey guys. I actually started off in network marketing. I learned the friends and family model with three-way phone calls. And that model, I'm going to be honest with you, literally ruined my life. My phone started ringing at 7 a.m. in the morning, and it didn't stop ringing until 2 a.m. the following day. And I figured I had to figure out a better way. But, my background's really from corporate America. I worked my way all the way up to the top, from graphic artist all the way up to VP of marketing. But 2 of my friends at that time, actually under the age of 50, died. Okay, I'm talking my best friends. So I figured if I did not find a way out, I could potentially be the next person in line to die. So I went online. I started looking for answers. Dave Wood here is a phenomenal mentor. I opted into his blog. I watched a training, totally blew me away. And it's that 1-hour training that he shared with me that's the reason that I'm here today. And from these products, I've made almost $250,000, plus from the knowledge, another $250,000 from other affiliate products and whatnot, because the training applies to anything. You can market anything once you go through this training.
Awesome, man. Give him a hand, everybody. How's it going, Valerie?
I'm doing great.
So just tell us, I've known you for a long time, but, you know, tell us your background and kind of how this information has changed. And you paid, by the way, Darren, you paid how much did you pay for that stuff? You paid $1,500, like $1,700, right? Yeah. Okay, just check.
Yeah.
So.
Hi, yeah, well, yeah, for those of you, I know you know my story, but I started out, well, I'm a single mom. I've got twin 6-year-old boys now, and I used to be an entertainment attorney. Really? And I decided to have the kids on my own. I was very pregnant, sitting there in my office, very, very, very pregnant with the twins. And I had this little epiphany where I realized that if I didn't do something, I was never going to be able to see them if I didn't do a shift. Yeah. So I made like a really powerful decision. I also knew, I wasn't happy. I was not. I don't know, it wasn't feeding my soul. I wasn't feeling like I was really making a difference. There was so much more that I could give. And so I made a decision. I made a decision to somehow make that happen. But this didn't exist then. Yeah. This didn't exist. So I made the decision, and then 6 months into my maternity leave, the studio went bankrupt. And I was, it's called the golden handcuffs, because it's hard to leave a 6-figure job. Yeah. So I was like, well, do I go back, or am I going to start looking? Am I going to keep to my commitment, my decision? So I kept to my decision, and I kept looking for different things. Got involved in a bunch of different things. Got involved in real estate, all these things, and ultimately ended up losing everything. Mm-hmm. By the time I came across this business, actually. And but I learned there's so much personal development in addition to the marketing. Yeah. And just absolutely transformational. I got to say one thing. I mean, there's one module in all of this that I worked with, and I got. I mean, the first time I applied it, I got $1,000 just with one module in there working with it. So
yeah, it works.
It works. It totally works. So it's powerful.
We should sell that module for $1,000.
There you go. No, seriously.
Well, you paid $1,700 for this stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But the thing is it's transformational. It's about because you can help. It's for those of you that maybe had no background in this whatsoever. I mean, that's the thing. For me, I didn't, not really. And for me, it's about really being able to get a message out there as well, to really be able to help people to transform their lives. And that's what's actually possible here, beyond the money. The money is great, but there's that deeper level piece that's also here as well, which is very cool. Yeah.
You're awesome. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give Valerie a hand. Come on. Okay, keep going. We got, come up here real quick. And by the way, guys, as we're going through and talking to people, your time to get this is running out, because really, I'm putting this up because I'm feeling good-hearted, because it's actually like they're not even selling it. It's like they're taking it from us, because we're giving it for such a discount. And so really, this is going to come off the market. We're not messing around with that. And you've got to take action literally right now, or you're just going to lose out. Okay, so give us your thoughts, brother. How you doing?
My name is Brian Couch. First and foremost, I'll start with the price. You said, I easily paid more than $1,700 for all that stuff. But because of the model and the way that you have this all set up, it was like within probably the same day that I paid that, I had actually made more than that because of the way that you have this all situated. But before all this, I got my college degree. I went to Texas A&M University, and I got a job making about $11 an hour. And at the time, I had moved into my friend's house. I was kind of living in his laundry room for a while. And I found out about, making money online. I'm looking around, paid a bunch of money for a bunch of crap that didn't work, kind of gave up for a while, saw what you guys were up to, got started September 2012. And 7 months later, I was laid off. That was May 31st, 2013, and that was the last time I had a job. Now I have a 6-figure business.
That's awesome, dude. That's right. Give him a hand over. Give Brian a hand. This is Aaron Rash, and he's got one of these rings too. And I know you paid more for that stuff, Aaron, and they're stealing it. So, but we are increasing the price if they don't buy. The time is running out, by the way. So
yeah, we all paid $1,700 for it. I don't know anybody that's paid any less, actually.
Yeah.
This is definitely the right time to take advantage of this opportunity because it's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
My story is I have a background as a personal trainer. I worked in the gyms from when I was in college. And I pretty much worked after college in the same field, and I was making $24,000 a year, putting in 40, 50 hours a week into work. And I realized that I was better than that. I knew that I could be better than that because I can only trade my time for money. And so I became an entrepreneur, and I learned the value of giving value to other people and getting paid what you're worth, not what your job is worth. So I got started as an entrepreneur over 20 years ago. I haven't had a job since 1995, so I guess it's 21 years now that I've been self-employed. And I bounced around the home business industry for a long time. I did what a lot of people do is they get into traditional network marketing, made my list of family and friends, hosted home parties. The last year that I was in traditional multi-level marketing, I did over 40 home parties in that year. And my son was only 3 months old. And I was just, quite frankly, burned out and tired. And I was looking for a better way to stay at home, actually have a home-based business instead of being in a hotel. It was more like a hotel-based business when I was doing it because I was doing, the hotel events and trying to get prospects out to the local meetings, and hardly anyone showed up, and it was a very difficult business model. And for me, I like to take the elevator versus taking the stairs. If I'm going to get to the top, I want to get there as quickly as possible with the least amount of headaches in the shortest amount of time. And so I got on the internet for the first time, and I learned a few critical skills. I learned how to, drive traffic, generate leads, and how to convert those leads into sales by working with people and learning some people skills. And that's what I found that Empower Network was so attractive to me, was that we take new people that want to get started on the internet for the first time, that are looking for new ways to make money, how to, because they want to pay off some debt. Maybe you want to, take some financial pressure off yourself. Maybe you want to travel, take some vacations, just give yourself more choices and more options. And what I saw Empower Network doing was they were actually speaking life into people. Instead of just teaching people how to build a business, they were teaching people how to live a life. And your business fits into your life, and when your business changes, your income changes with it. And I was so impressed by the way Empower Network treated the people, because the integrity of this company, they say that the consciousness of an organization starts at the top and it drifts down into the field. Well, this friend of mine, Dave Wood, is the man who got my attention because, there are some companies where people move the product, and in our company, the products move the people. And Dave was the product that I realized was, the reason that I was so attracted to this company. And it's not just Dave, it's Brian, it's, Darren and Lawrence and Chad and Valerie and Sarita and all the leadership that you've heard from so far, and all these people in this mansion and all the people around the world, and, over 100 different countries over the last 4 years. We've changed the lives of literally tens of thousands of people. And, we know that not everybody can do this, but anybody can. And if you're somebody that's looking at this opportunity thinking to yourself, wow, I would love to be where those people are, just think we're just a couple of months, even a couple of years ahead of you, and meaning that when you get started, you're going to be somewhere in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year from today. And the question is really, where do you want to be? And I ask myself that question every day. I said, where do I want to be in a year from today? And I act as if I just got started. And so if I'm just getting started every day, there's no reason why you shouldn't get started right now too. Because if you want to live the life of your dreams, you got to take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase to the top, but you got to put your foot on step number one, and that means getting your purchase done tonight. Because after this testimonial session is over, you'll never have an opportunity like this again. I can tell you, I've been in this industry for 2 decades. I've looked at companies from top to bottom, left to right, inside out, upside down. I've been in through the outdoor, and I've been up the down staircase. And I can tell you, there's nothing like Empower Network in this industry, guys. So get your membership, get the special offer. What is it, $997 for $1,700? What it would normally cost $1,700.
Plus stuff they can't buy.
Plus, to be honest with you, it's really the cost is only $997. The value is probably worth about $9,997 because we have what's called the 10x factor. We give you 10 times more than what you pay for it. And I promise you, if you plug in, you pay attention, and you do the right things, you'll get the right results. So get started, get one of these over the next 12 to 18 months, and I promise you, you'll be standing here telling your story just like everybody else you've seen tonight, and you can change lives like we are. So thanks for having me share, Dave.
Give him a hand. Hey, thank you, Appreciate you. This is Joe Chance. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and you know, what your results have been here. And
well, thanks for.
And by the way, the people are running out, and usually I'd say the time is running out, but I can't remember who I still have to talk to. So it might be 1 minute, and it might be 3, it might be 20 minutes. I got to finish walking around the mansion, and then this offer will be gone forever. So I would actually just get it now, because maybe he's the last one, because I'm a little spacey from talking all day. So literally this is going to disappear. So
I appreciate you bringing me in towards the end, because it's really. I'm one of those guys that makes a decision quickly, and it's at that point of the night where you want to make a decision quickly. And I learned how to make decisions as a trial attorney, Dave. And, you know, one of the decisions I made was to go to law school. It cost me a couple $100,000 with no guarantee I'd even have a job when I came out, but I was guaranteed to owe student loans. And, you know, I know that after I tried that for 10 years, you know, that trial stuff, it got pretty ugly. It got really ugly, you know, 9 in the morning till 9 at night for really good people that were at their worst, always clawing at you, being unhappy. And then I actually had a client that was making money on the internet.
Really?
Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, it's like, wow, $1 million a year on the internet. But the reason why they hired me, well, their business went upside down because they made some mistakes. And I was intrigued, so I gave them the legal advice and so forth. But then I realized that I myself had made some bad choices to become a lawyer. You know, I lost all that time dealing with aggravation. You know, I'm going to be 50 in August, and thinking, man, I can't get my health back, can't get the time back. And I surely didn't become a millionaire becoming a lawyer. Mm-hmm. You know, I thought I would. Didn't happen. But instead, I had all that other stuff going on, you know, trials day in and day out, stress, having to meet deadlines, all that stuff. So I thought, I know there are 16-year-old girls all around the planet in their parents' basements selling flip-flops with ladybugs on them, making more money than their parents. I knew the internet was that powerful, but I didn't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. So most lawyers are pretty analytical. I know Valerie is, and she's pretty sharp. And so I did some analysis. I went out there and I looked at the industry. I looked at what can replace my salary as a lawyer, but is inexpensive, wouldn't cost me what it cost to go to law school, that I could scale up. And that, after, literally, I took 3-4 months to kind of research it. I found this guy, Lawrence Tam. You know, he was in his 30s. He was younger than me by a good 10 years. And at that point in time, the guy made, I don't know, well over $1 million in less than like 18 months. And I was like, what the hell did I do wrong? And the guy, he did it all online.
Yeah.
And so that was the choice that I made. I found Empower Network way back then. Here I am now, about 2 years later. I'm a 6-figure earner, and I don't have a job. I haven't gone into a trial. I haven't done any of that stuff. It's all fun. I'm loving it. And all of the skill sets that I have from this, you know, teaching college, and after doing the month of analysis and seeing all of the other stuff out there, I knew that the things that I needed to learn were how to have a sales funnel, how to convert traffic, how to create good quality inbound marketing. All these buzzwords that you read these days out there in the business world that they can't teach in the business world. Because like college is academic. Mm-hmm. When you want to learn something fast, you want to learn something that really works, you got to make a decision to learn from somebody that's done it. And Empower Network is the field. Empower Network are the people that are in practice leading the world with inbound marketing, leading the world with taking your network marketing skills and recruiting or sponsoring online on autopilot. Now, to me, that was appealing. I couldn't learn it anywhere else, and I tried, actually. I spent a few $1,000s on some other programs that looked very promising,
but I never met this guy, Lawrence Tim. I never met Aaron Rashkin, Brian Couch, who's now a really good buddy of mine. Brian and I have actually worked with NFL players with this business. It's appealing to anyone and everyone. So make your decision. And I know my team is out there watching this live event. And go ahead, you better upgrade right now because you don't want to miss out. The time is going out.
I actually don't know how much time is left, to be honest with you. Did I? I didn't talk to you yet, did I, George? Okay, so this is, by the way, guys, $997. You paid full price for that, right? You paid full price. This is George. How you doing, brother?
Doing good.
And tell us your story, man, and before and after, what happened to you?
Well, I was a network marketing junkie for many years. In fact, I was in network marketing before
Did you ever prospect in Walmart?
Oh, Walmart, Best Buy. And I'd take people that I didn't enroll many people in the old days, never had much success, but I did enroll a few people, and I'd have to take them to Best Buy and prospect people in front of them, trying to teach them how to do what I was doing. And it was just terrible, never made any money. And I probably did that in about 12 network marketing companies, doing the same thing, chasing family and friends, never making any money. And it wasn't until I discovered Empower Network that I actually started making some good money. Because when I first saw network marketing, they asked me how much money I wanted to make every month, and I'm like, well, I'd like to make $10,000 a month, right? And I never achieved that network marketing, never even close, until I stumbled across Justin Varengia on Facebook and plugged into Empower Network. And it introduced me to the education that I needed to figure out how to quit chasing friends and family, because up until Empower Network, I was chasing friends and family all over the place. And so we got started, plugged into the education, and everything started to change for us. In fact, when I joined Empower Network, I had just lost the income that I had coming in because I was promoting some deals that went under, and my wife had told me that she was pregnant that same month that I lost my income, and so I joined Empower Network and got started, and actually went to my first event in Austin, Texas, and had my first $3,000 day on the internet in Austin, which totally blew me away. I was living in a broke...
First $3,000 day.
First $3,000 day. Results aren't typical, of course, but by the time my baby girl was born, we had moved into a new house, and we earned $12,000 a month. My baby girl was born, and we haven't looked back. We're still here now. We're in a mansion, and just glad that we're here.
It's awesome, dude.
I'm looking forward to the next 100 million.
Oh, dude, it's gonna come fast, man.
Yeah.
Time is running out, folks. So, guys, hey, we've been on here for quite a while, guys, and I actually don't want to give them too much time to take advantage of this offer. I'm sorry, I just don't. And so we're gonna increase the price here in just a minute, guys. If you want to share your story with people, let's keep it to about 30 seconds, and I'm gonna go around real quick. And I have actually no idea how many people are left, but we didn't talk yet. Okay, we're gonna tell where you're from. And how many people we got left in here, by the way? We got, 3 over here. So about a minute and a half.
Hey, I'm Jill Barker, and I live in Utah. And I kind of dabbled on the in the direct sales, MLM kind of industry, but about 12 years ago, where it was not there. I mean, the internet wasn't really working, and I sponsored maybe 4 or 5 people, and it was cute. I had my little team, but once I found Empower, and yes, I did pay full price, but it's worth, absolutely every cent. This month, I sponsored 46 people. It's blown my mind. My family counts them down. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you big time.
Thank you.
All right. Who else we got here? All right.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Jamie or Jaime Diaz. I'm from Chile, but I live in Puerto Rico with my wife, the beautiful Loida Rodriguez. And like a year ago, I used to be a chef. I'm still a chef, I still cook, but now I'm on this amazing system. And Loida was a pharmacist. So I started with this business, and brand new, I never did anything online. So what I can share is in the last 6 months, I made in commission almost $30,000, and I never done any other business before. So the tools, the platform, the system is just amazing. It's super nice. So you guys need to take action now. And yeah, and we are free now. We're traveling, we enjoy life, have more time with the family. So all I can say is we are super, super, super happy.
Hey, Michelle, can we just increase the price in like 2 minutes?
We keep talking. Yeah. So
okay. Hey guys, there's 2 minutes left, and
2
then we're going to
minutes.
increase the price no
2
matter how
minutes.
long this takes.
Dos
So,
minutos.
you have 2 minutes. The clock is ticking.
All right. So take action. You only have 2 more minutes, and the price is going to increase. So take action. You know, you have a huge opportunity here, because when I got into this business, I paid the whole price. So what you saw in the whiteboard, that's the real price. That's what I pay for. So take action now, and click the button and do it.
A lot more. You are only paying $9.97, and all the knowledge
Michelle, how much time do we have
you
left?
get, it's amazing, and you can triple, or I don't know, 100%
There's a minute
get
and a half
more.
left. Just keeping them aware of the time. There's a minute and a half left before the price increases to full price.
A minute and a half,
Didn't mean
so
to cut you off.
keep do it fast.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Who else we got here? Okay, guys, how much, Michelle?
60 seconds.
60 seconds left, guys. The price increases from $19.97 back to full price. We got Kevin and Kimberly Salsa here. Why don't you tell us your story? And keep in mind, cognizant of the time. Hey, Michelle, when there's like 30 seconds and 10 seconds and 5 seconds left, just let me know.
Hi, this is Kim and Kevin Souza, and we had some success online previous to Empower, but not enough, nearly enough to meet our income goals. We have a very strong reason why we needed to make more income. We have a daughter with serious autism, and we needed more money to provide therapy for her, which is very expensive, and the insurance was not going to cover it. So we joined Empower Network, and that was our strongest reason, and we followed the training and plugged into the system and the culture, and we have been successful. We have earned over $200,000, and we are one of the 6-figure earners in Mike
30
Cobb's
seconds
group.
left, the price goes up. Sorry.
So we are very grateful to this community. It's made a world of difference in our daughter's life. Thank you.
Hey, guys, take action right now. How much time we got left, Michelle?
16 seconds.
16 seconds. The price is going. Look, this is what you're going to pay, and you're welcome to join at any time, but this is going to be the full price. How much time do we have left? What are we down to? 4 seconds. Click on the link right now if you want to lock in your spot. This is your last chance. And let's introduce you to more leaders. And if you waited to buy, you can pay full price. It's fine. Let's introduce you. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
I actually hope they come in at full price, so that's fine with me.
Well, we
Won't
did.
hurt 'em if they do.
Absolutely. We did. I'm thrilled to be the one to get to speak right after the price goes up to full price, because I was working a little direct sales deal, and I took all my commissions to get into Empower Network because I knew that that was going to be the vehicle that could get this guy free. I was so craving to have him get to participate in the really nice lifestyle he provided for our family, but he was just never there. So, I mean, I just wanted the guy home. And for me, it's about the freedom. So if you're having that kind of a struggle where in your life you don't get to do the things you want to do and you don't get to do them together because of financial reasons, this is definitely an outlet for that. It's a solution.
I still have 30 seconds.
Well, the price is increased.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
So we can monkey around all we want.
Yeah, and you guys are welcome to buy at full price too, but the price has now gone up.
Well, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what you'd pay for this product because you'll get it back so quickly. It's insignificant. You pay any price for this. You'd pay any price to be here this weekend. And I think Aaron said it really well, that all that really matters is where you're going to end up. 12 to 18 months, you're going to have one of those rings. You know, Kim and I struggled in this industry. You know, and this is something that we don't bring up a lot of, Dave. Most people out in this industry are wondering if they're even with a company that's going to pay them. I mean, Kim and I are owed close to $2 million in this industry that we've never got paid.
Oh, wow.
And that we've earned. I mean, we went out there and earned that money. Many of you are looking at companies and you wonder, are you going to be around in a year? That's not even a discussion with this company. You're going to be around for a long, long time. Yeah. Much longer than Kim and I will probably be around because we're so old. I'm so old. But, you know, the culture of this company, the income opportunity, the things that we get here, the leadership, there's some things that are irreplaceable. You guys have seen a lot of interviews from great people. Kim and I have made a lot of money in other areas, and we've struggled in this industry at times as well, sponsoring people. The whole thing changes in this company on so many levels. Like I said, community, character, the tools, the trade. The company's not going anywhere. Again, the products are priceless. You got to plug into them and use them. The camaraderie, the teams are over the top great. The opportunity to be here with you guys, meet you. When I met you in April last year and you invited us behind stage, I had an interesting thought about you prior to that. I had an interesting introduction to you, and I really wasn't too interested in this. And after I met you, I knew that I had found the vehicle I was going to use for the rest of my life to free 1,000 families. And we won't stop till it's done. I know you're not going to stop, and I don't think there's anybody in this room that is going to stop. And I mean, a lot of people say that, but here I believe it's absolutely 100% true. And I think that separates us from most people.
How much did your monkey cost?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
My monkey cost 3 times as much as that product cost.
Really?
Actually, 4 times as much as that
his
product.
monkey costs $3,000, and all you got to pay is $1,717 because the price obviously has increased. I mean, just get in.
If you go diamond this year, Dave will give you a monkey.
I will not promise that. However, Rob may decide to give you a monkey.
If you go in with me and go diamond, I'll buy you 5 monkeys.
All right, so guys, let's wander around outside, and like I said, the price is now increased, but you can still join. $1,717. Let's go outside and just like hang out by the pool. I think there's a couple people out there still. So, how are you guys doing? The price is increased now, so we're just kind of like wandering around doing testimonials still. So, yep, it went up. Put it back to normal. Okay. Yeah. Hey, anybody in here want to talk to everybody on the live stream? The price is increased back to normal, right? Yeah, we're still live. We're still live, but they can still buy. It's just full price. Yeah. Sure. There you go.
All right. Hey guys, it's Desmond Soon here, and I'm 38 years old. You can hang on to that for a second. So I've been in Empower Network for about 2 years, and when I got into this business, before doing this, I was already owning several businesses of my own. I raised $500,000 for a sexual jewelry business, and I raised another $500,000 for a retail a restaurant with my wife, and then later on got into the music industry in Japan. But in doing so, I also got messed up with the Yakuza and the Mafia, and because I borrowed the money from these guys, these loan sharks that lent me money because I invested with the wrong people, right? So rather than doing the smart thing, rather than lowering my pride, what I did was I jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. Right there, exactly that, right? Jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. And I actually did do the fire walk with Dave Wood. So thanks, Dave Wood, for organizing that.
Yeah,
Love
that
you, brother.
Awesome, the fire walk.
Really
I was just
appreciate
jumping
it.
over the fire behind you, but I got to be careful because you were like in the mafia or something. Well, he wasn't really.
You can see I got no fingers here anymore. I got my finger.
The sexual jewelry thing, I about lost it, man.
It's true though. I've got a couple of leftover, relics. I can
just
probably
join, just buy.
Yeah.
Just get in. It doesn't matter that the price has gone up because that's actually normal.
So how does this all relate to everyone? Bill, put it to you guys this way, right? I lived in a condominium. I lived with ambassadors and all these people, and I lived a nice life in Tokyo with my wife and my kids, and we had the babysitter and everything. And then we lost all our money, right? And at that time, I needed to borrow money because my mentor, this guy, this rich millionaire, contacted me and said, hey, Desmond, you got to take a look at this internet marketing thing. And I didn't know anything. I thought blogs were for like old ladies. I thought blogs were like online diaries where old ladies post pictures of their cats and food. So cutting the long story short, I did all of that. I got involved. But I did not know what I was doing, and I knew that as a proper business owner, you need all the education, you need all the products, right? So I had to find a way out of no way. And I'm really talking to all of you guys out there because I've heard every single excuse. I've been there where you guys have been. I get it, guys. I get it. I really do. I get when you're telling your sponsor or someone that it's hard to find the finances. I found a way, guys. I'm a single parent with 2 young boys. Time is a challenge for me. Money was a challenge for me. Everything was a challenge for me, right? And I've got these crazy stories and stuff like that. We all have diverse backgrounds. I want to meet you guys. I want to meet each and every one of you guys. I want to hear your story as well. But in order to do that, you need the tools. You need the tools, and Dave is giving you an awesome opportunity this time. Take it, guys. Do not miss out on it. It's the proverbial story of someone offering you a Ferrari for like, $997 or whatever it is. is.
Well,
what
the
would
price
you do?
has increased to normal.
Oh shoot! Oh guys, okay, so you guys already
But
missed
they
out.
get
So
in for normal
yeah,
price.
just get it. You know, you missed it.
It's worth like.
Yeah.
You may have missed it.
$10,000
No, you may have missed the discount.
At the discount,
but you
yeah.
paid full price.
Yeah, I mean,
so
like-
just join anyways before
And
we
now I'm-
increase it again.
I get smoke in my eye, but
Maybe we'll increase the price again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take away bonuses.
I think you should, Dave, because I mean, seriously, with the okay, so I want to give some specifics here as well. So in 2 years, I've made just under $100,000 for Canadian. It's a lot of money, you know, and I'm not rich, you know, I don't have like this big like Ferrari or anything like that, but I'm able to live a very comfortable life, and that's very important for me as a parent. If you're a parent out there, I've got 2 very young baby boys, and to be away from them all the time, to go to work at a job, I hate commuting. I really hate commuting. And if you hate commuting, you really need to be at home and work from your laptop. I didn't travel the world. We've got some travelpreneurs here. I admire them. But I just wanted to be very pragmatic. So if you're pragmatic and you just want to be able to have enough money to pay off your debts, right? You really need to learn this stuff. Connect with the person that invited you to this call. Listen to Dave Wood. He's an awesome mentor. He's an awesome teacher. He's an awesome coach. He's genuine. He's honest. And that's it, man. Thanks so much, Dave.
I appreciate you. So, guys, we're running out of batteries now. Do you guys want to talk for a second? But it's got to be quick because the batteries are almost out. Well, you got to come over here. Well, that fire just like got in my eyes. Anyways, guys, if you haven't gotten in yet, it's full price, but just buy now, because if you buy right now at full price, we'll still give you the bonus. But if you don't buy immediately, the bonus is going to disappear, and then you'll have to pay full price, but without the bonuses. And so, real quick, guys, because we're almost out of batteries.
Absolutely.
20, 30 seconds, and this is your last chance.
Well, I'm Mike Aldos, my wife Michelle, and we basically got started with Empower a year ago with zero experience, plugging into the tools and the system and the community, and just growing step by step, following in stride with these people that you've been witnessing here today live with us. But we're just really excited to be here, and you know, it's just an awesome experience, and you know, you've witnessed that. So do what you got to do, get it done, move forward, listen to these guys. You know, we're here, no experience. We're approaching $30,000 in our business for Empower.
Can I touch your beard?
Yeah, man, go ahead. That'll be $5,000.
Here.
You know what they call that? Dave, you know what they call that, right?
What?
Foreplay.
Oh.
If you touch someone's beard.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever.
Just join. And you may be able to touch the beard too, maybe if you join at full price now. All right, so guys, that's it. You know, we're here at the mansion hanging out with the leaders. This is your last chance. We're going to go ahead and just end the live cast. If you don't take action right now, you're not going to be able to get the bonus where we're going to throw in the recordings of this event. And literally people here paid money to get here. They had to be a leader to get here, so you couldn't even pay for access to this unless you qualified. And then the event was free for them. We paid for the mansion. It's a 6-figure-a-week mansion, and we've been here masterminding, teaching how we've done $184 million in sales. And the truth is, I don't even know if I should put that on the marketplace. And so you grabbing it at full price for the other products and getting that for free, it's still absolutely stealing it. I'll still throw in the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive. It's a $500 product. We did $30 million in sales. And I'll still throw in the bonuses, the traffic bonuses that are taught by Michael Martin. But I'll only do that if you act right now. And if you don't act right now, it's welcome. You're welcome to come back later, but you'll pay full price, and those bonuses will disappear forever and ever and ever, and you might never be able to get access. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to count back from 10 to 0, and as I count back, okay, your chance will be gone, and when I hit 0, we're going to end the broadcast, and you'll have lost your chance if you don't click the button and activate now. So guys, I'm going to count from 10 to 0, and then they'll never be able to get these bonuses again. So 10, let's count with me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. See you later.
Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary, as we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business, and some people will make no money at all. The earnings of an Empower Network affiliate will be 100% dependent upon their skills, work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. Empower Network does not guarantee any level of income or your success. To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at www.empowernetwork.com/income.
Right now, go to StephenStafford.net and get in this business for only $1. That's StephenStafford.net and get in for only $1. Try it out for $1, and it's 100% guaranteed. If you don't like what you see on the inside, get your dollar back. Go to www.StephenStafford.net, N-E-T. Do that right now. And if you want to see how I'm going to help you sponsor and make sales, go to WeInTheMoney.com. That's WeInTheMoney.com. Okay, thank you. just got a haircut and a shave, but I haven't shaved. I sheared everything off. Maybe look a little bit more presentable than my old hillbilly look that I had with the beard and all that stuff. There's going to be another Empire Network big event in Nashville. It's coming up next, and I hope I'll see you there. But thank you for coming to this website, and I don't know if this will be easier for you to tell others about it or not, but I linked it. My link for this is wiseguys.weinthemoney.com. That's WISEGUYS.WEINTHEMONEY.com. wiseguys.weinthemoney.com. It might be a little easier for you to tell friends about it. It's still a little difficult, these videos and everything I got on here are to show you the making of the new Empire Network and iPass, and so they're going through everything. They're making videos on the spot and everything, and it's an insider's look at the Empire Network. I hope you'll join with me if you haven't already, and God bless and have a nice day. Take care.